And gentlemen and ladies, why do we keep meeting up like this? Why always like this? Oh yeah, because it's fun. Let me stand up, gentlemen. You know I gotta do these commentaries standing up. It's 2011, right? Yeah, 2011. We don't have time to sit down anymore. That's out of style. That was back in the 010. Anyway, gentlemen, if you've just recently joined the Ricky Chops movement, let me fill you in. I destroy keyboards. Literally and metaphorically. See, I do this because you guys enjoy it so much. In fact, originally this was going to be a one-off video, just a one-shot video. And to be honest, I never intended this to be a series, but the response was so positive, it was so overwhelmingly positive that I just had to follow it up. I had to. You know, believe it or not, there's some people out there who will tell you that I'm doing this for views. And to that I say, hell yes, I'm doing this for views, but more importantly, I'm doing it for the lols. The LOLs. The laughs, because this is no different than a couple guys just talking about the ladies in you know, in a locker room or a party or whatnot. You know, it's just a couple guys bullshitting. That's all it is. It's for shits and giggles, gentlemen. Also, you guys can consider this a public service. I do, because you may not have heard of some of these ladies, but from here on out, you may want to research. You know, you may want to have more research on your 3 terabyte hard drive or whatever. Well, you know, at the very least, I'm providing you with this content for that reason and more. I'm doing it for the kids, folks. For the kids. But let's get started here. The first one. This one was submitted by Only Use Me Blade. So you know, you just know it has to get top billing. It just has to. So saith the Blade. Her name is Dominican Poison. Now this Latina is thick in all the right places. And while some people can argue that she's a little too thick, let me reassure you, gentlemen. I've seen some recent Christmas pictures, you know, from last Christmas, which exhibit her slim waistline. Okay, so she's thick in all the right places, but she is slim, I assure you. Now, I have a question for Miss Dominican Poison, if she's watching. Can you even run with those? Holy crap, I read that her cup size was G, which probably stands for goddamn. Could you imagine how many back exercises she has to perform a day? Jesus Christ. I didn't even know that the female human body could produce natural talents like these. I didn't even know it was possible. But, you know, even if you're one of those gentlemen who believes that there's such a thing as too big, which, you know, I can kind of agree with, you would have to at least check her out one time, just to marvel, just to gaze, just to marvel. It's like the Aurora Borealis or the Great Wall of China. You know, one of those wonders of the world. Okay, it's like the Great Rack of Poison. You can't not look. You can't not look. But let's move on to the pros, gentlemen. She's obviously stacked like a pile of Cracker Barrel pancakes. Okay, this lady, I mean, what more could you say? This is just amazing. Another pro. She's Latina, which means that there's a strong possibility she can get down with the best of them. Now, I don't want to sound racist against my own race because I am Hispanic, in case some of you guys don't know. I am from the Isle of Cuba, but I promise you I'm not a communist. I'm actually in the American military. But generally, I'm not a fan of Hispanic women because when you fight with Hispanic women, and I've grown up with Hispanic women all my life, and there's a lot of fighting to be had, and you will fight with them because we Hispanic people, for the most part, we have anger management issues. But when you fight with them, chances are they will claw you to death. And I'm not a fan of being clawed to death, or stabbed with a kitchen knife, or beat with a hot iron. Despite all this, there's a good chance she knows her way around the bed, and that's very crucial. That's very nice. And she moves like she's trying to seduce you. So imagine once the pants come off. Okay? The cons. Now, with all this that I've mentioned about her, despite all this, she's only a webcam model. So we can't really verify this. We can't really verify all that we're assuming about her. She's only a webcam model when she could be so much more. Look. Yeah, she plays with herself in her live streams, but come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. We all know where the real money is, don't we? We all know where the real money is at. How much could she possibly make just doing these webcam live videos or whatever? I mean, it can't be that much compared to what she could be doing. Now, another con is, it's possible to argue that she may be too thick and too big. I will not deny this. I'll give you guys that. But overall, she's very voluptuous. I love it. Another con, that inviting smile of hers, that inviting smile will probably only lead you to spend 12 bucks a minute or whatever it is to watch her strip. Which, I mean, for that kind of money, you could get a lap dance or whatever else, you know. But final KDR, I would say, is a solid 8. An 8. The next lady we will be reviewing is Bella Anderson. Now, here's one thing about Miss Anderson you need to know. She's aggressive. And there's a good chance she's violently psychotic. I've seen videos of her telling dudes to shut the fuck up. And the dudes were like, yes ma'am. Not gonna lie, it was kind of hot and scary. She's not the type of girl to just lay there, which is great. I hate those type of girls, those type of ladies, those women. The girls that just sit back or lay back and let the gentleman do the work, those are the girls that are just in it for the money and not for the arts of getting boned repeatedly for money. By the way, can anyone tell me the difference between a prostitute and a porn star? Let me know, because I'm really interested. The only difference I can tell is the fact that you're on camera with a porn star. That's it. That's the only real difference. Now, the pros for Miss Anderson are as follows. She has an ample body, which means that she's slim, yet there's just enough of her to be able to squeeze. She's petite, but ample enough to be satisfying. I like that. I enjoy that. It's very crucial in a woman you want to research or hold. But anyway, she always seems another pro. She always seems to have a wang in her mouth. This is key. This is key. A lady who does this consistently is a man pleaser. This is important because it lets you, the viewer, know that she is down for anything. There's a good chance she's gonna take it in the pooper. Now, can anyone confirm or deny that she's already taken it in the pooper? I'm still new to this lady, so I haven't done that much research. But anyway, another pro. She looks incredibly hot in a cop uniform. Let me let you gentlemen in on a little secret, okay? Alright, I'm a big fan of ladies in uniforms. Whether it be police uniforms or military uniforms or even business suits. It's a major turn on. It harks back to being aggressive. You see these ladies as authority figures or figures with power, and again, it just leads back to being aggressive. I imagine I'll have to change my shorts one day if I were ever bored enough to watch female MMA. But anyway, let's move on to the cons. Now, the thing about her that I don't like is that she doesn't have a whole lot of work, which made me kind of go, woo. And I mean, if you can't tell from my ADD gameplay, I get impatient and bored very quickly. So I like to watch ladies with an extensive resume. If I can fit your resume onto a pamphlet, it lowers your score. But if I can fit your resume into something of about the size of an encyclopedia, then there's a good chance you're blown out, A, and B, you're gaining points on this series. Now, another con. If you catch her face at a bad shot or a bad angle, whatever, and it kind of looks like she has a lazy eye. Lazy eyes. Gentlemen, lazy eyes are a major turn off. I can't concentrate on waxing my carrot if it looks like you're perpetually winking at me. I'm sorry, I just can't. This is why it's imperative that you leave the lights off with girls who can't even break a 4. Anyway, KDR, keyboard destruction rating, she gets an 8. Now, this next girl, Bree Olsen. This blonde cutie might have been born in 1995. I don't know. But I'll be honest, I've never heard of this lady until one of the fans suggested I research her, so I'm kind of new to her. But anyway, not only is she a dirty talker, but she's willing to kiss other ladies, and that's an important skill. Like I've mentioned before, willingness goes a long way in this series. If I know you're willing to kiss a member of the same sex, that just ups the ante. See, people who are willing to do things that others aren't, those are the people who are, breaking ground in their respective fields. They're the ones enjoying the spoils of victory. In this case, being the pleasure of another JJ rubbing up against your own. So, let's get to her pros, shall we? She has an extensive library of work. I'm impressed. Again, I'm new to this lady, but I did not expect to find this much of a resume on her. Normally, I would have heard of a lady like this, but she almost has as much work as Gianna, and that's impressive. And we know Gianna will lay down for just about anything that has a wang, donkeys included. Another pro, she's experimental. Again, willingness. Whether she's kissing other girls or taking it from like 20 dudes, this girl loves to explore, or at least let others explore her. Another pro, she carries herself like a true porn star, and she's not scared to show it. She knows that she can just have any guy that she wants. That kind of confidence is sexy, gentlemen. I'm a strong supporter of confident, independent women who like to lay down with lots of people for my researching pleasure. Women like these are laying the groundwork for a revolution in mainstream film. Just wait. Now the cons. This has to be my biggest con ever, okay? She looks like a little girl. Okay, she looks like she may be 15. Look, I wonder if she ever gets carded at a club or a bar. What's her age? Can someone tell me? I mean, I don't know. This is a major turnoff because this girl is willing to do all these vile acts, but at the same time, she looks like she should be selling Girl Scout cookies. She doesn't look like she should be doing these things. At least, I can't stand to watch her for too long because I'm sort of reminded of this young girl I used to work with back in the day. She always had this lost, confused, bright-eyed, and naive look. It constantly made me shake my head as to how inexperienced and how much of an adult she was. But ladies, I should not feel like a pedophile when I'm watching your videos, okay? Anyway, final KDR, and I'm being generous with this, a 6. A 6. Anyway, let's move on. Rachel fucking Starr. I have a thing for chicks with dark hair. You guys know that. Here's a fantasy of mine that I've been thinking about lately. Miss Starr in a flight attendant suit inviting me to join the Mile High Club shortly after the passengers have fallen asleep on a red-eye flight. That's damn sexy. She reminds me of a high school teacher of mine from back in the day. I could never really know, but I always used to think that she would get down with the students. She had this certain mystique about her that said something like, hey, what's the square root of 64? Get it right and you could be inside of me. What? That's a class I won't be sleeping through. That's who Rachel Starr reminds me of. That teacher. Also, she's one of these ladies who possesses those wonderful tattoos near her genitals. Come on, gentlemen. We know what that means. The tramp stamp just doesn't belong on the lower back. Just saying. Just saying. Oh, also, tongue ring? Yes, please. Yes, please. I'll have that with the side of genital surrounding tattoo. Anyway, pros. Bridge, BJ, holy shit. Flexible as hell. I'm under the impression that she practices yoga. You guys know what a bridge is, right? Well, add a BJ to that, and that's what you got. Awesome pro. Blue eyes, dark hair. That's the next pro. Guys, this is stunning. You don't see this too often. If I can stand to research you while looking solely at your eyes, then you've done something. You've done something. Most girls can't do this. I researched quite a few ladies who, they don't look that great, like generally beautiful, but Rachel Starr is not one of them. She is genuinely beautiful. I can stare at her eyes and ruin a few shorts. That's impressive. I might have some sort of dysfunction though. But anyway, I may be wrong, but she looks like she enjoys her work. That's the next pro. Again, some women are in it for the money, but I don't think Miss Starr is in it for the money. I think she genuinely appreciates the integrity and spiritual affirmation that her work brings to the community at large. That or she just likes wangs. Now the cons. Listen, lady, you need to eat a sandwich. Have seconds, please. Gentlemen, if I can see each individual disc on your spine when you're bent over, it might be time to bump up your calories. You know what I mean? This is not sexy. I like women with a little meat on their bones. Not too much now, but, a little bit. This is why I hate supermodels or girls who weigh 90 pounds. It remind me too much of the Holocaust. And the Holocaust was definitely not sexy. So here we are. Final KDR for Rachel Starr. I would say a 7. I'll say a 7. But, okay. Here's the deal, guys. I have one more lady for you guys, but we're running out of time. Let me give you a small preview. Her name is Rachel Rocks, and I've been in love with her since a few shorts ago. So we're going to get to her next episode. Now, I'm going to be posting these every 2 weeks, either Sunday or Monday. Depends on whichever week I'm not working, but stay tuned for that. So every 2 weeks, just about, give or take. But here we are. Keyboard Destruction Part 4. One day we'll get to 50. I'm Ricky Chops, and Mr. Jackson is sitting right next to me. This is almost a dual con, but anyway, we're both out. Thank you for watching.